As a Christian, it is essential to scrutinize the values and policies of political parties to ensure they align with biblical teachings. Liberal Democrats, in particular, have implemented and advocated for policies that contradict fundamental Christian principles. The reasons for this distrust are multifaceted and rooted in the party's stance on issues such as abortion, same-sex marriage, and religious freedom. One of the most significant concerns for Christians is the Liberal Democrats' unwavering support for abortion. The party has consistently advocated for unrestricted access to abortion, often framing it as a matter of women's rights and reproductive freedom. However, this stance directly contradicts the biblical teaching that all human life is sacred and created in the image of God. The Bible unequivocally states that life begins at conception, and the intentional termination of a pregnancy is morally reprehensible. The Liberal Democrats' refusal to acknowledge the inherent value of unborn life is a significant departure from Christian values. Furthermore, Liberal Democrats have been instrumental in promoting and legalizing same-sex marriage, which has become a cornerstone of their platform. While Christians are called to love and respect all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation, the Bible clearly teaches that marriage is a sacred institution between one man and one woman. The redefinition of marriage to include same-sex unions undermines the traditional family structure and ignores the biblical model of marriage as a union between a man and a woman. Christians cannot, in good conscience, support a party that actively seeks to redefine this fundamental institution. In addition to these issues, Liberal Democrats have also demonstrated a troubling disregard for religious freedom. The party has frequently used its power to curtail the rights of Christians to exercise their faith freely, particularly in the public square. For instance, the Obama administration's contraception mandate, which was strongly supported by Liberal Democrats, forced Christian organizations to provide birth control and abortion-inducing medications to their employees, despite their deeply held religious objections. This blatant disregard for religious freedom is a clear affront to the First Amendment and the fundamental rights of Christians to practice their faith without government interference. Moreover, Liberal Democrats have consistently shown hostility towards Christian values and principles in their policies and rhetoric. The party has often marginalized and ridiculed Christians who hold traditional views on issues like abortion, marriage, and family. This animosity towards Christianity is deeply concerning, as it creates a culture of intolerance and persecution. The Bible teaches that Christians will face persecution for their faith, but it is disheartening to see a major political party actively contributing to this persecution. Another reason Christians cannot trust Liberal Democrats is the tendency to prioritize secular humanism over biblical values. The party's emphasis on social justice, while laudable in theory, often disregards the biblical roots of justice and compassion. Instead, Liberal Democrats frequently rely on secular, humanist ideologies that prioritize human autonomy and self-determination over divine authority. This approach to social justice ignores the fundamental spiritual needs of humanity and instead focuses on temporal solutions to societal problems. Finally, the Liberal Democrats' stance on Israel and the Middle East is a significant concern for Christians. The party has often been critical of Israel's right to self-defense and has advocated for policies that undermine the Jewish state's sovereignty. This is particularly troubling given the biblical importance of Israel and the Christian mandate to support and pray for the Jewish people. The Bible teaches that God will bless those who bless Israel and curse those who curse it, making it essential for Christians to prioritize a strong and supportive relationship with the Jewish state. In conclusion, as a Christian, it is challenging to trust Liberal Democrats due to their stance on issues like abortion, same-sex marriage, and religious freedom. The party's hostility towards Christian values, emphasis on secular humanism, and lack of support for Israel all contribute to a deep-seated distrust. While Christians are called to love and respect all individuals, regardless of their political affiliations, it is essential to prioritize biblical values and principles when evaluating political parties. Ultimately, Christians must carefully consider the values and policies of Liberal Democrats and determine whether they align with the teachings of Scripture.